What's up, Louis? Hope you are doing great. Are you thinking of buying your first investment property or even just a property to live in, but you don't know whether to buy a sectional title property or a freehold property? In this video, I'm going to share the mistakes that I've made when I started. I'm going to share a side-by-side comparison of sectional title and freehold properties and pros and cons of both. So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one to choose and which one would be best for you. So let's jump straight into it. So what is a sectional title property? Think of anything like a townhouse or a complex or an apartment building or an estate. These are all properties within a communal area which is controlled by a body corporate. So this basically means you don't have full ownership of the entire property because you share ownership with communal areas like parkings, gardens, play areas, swimming pools, and even stuff like your gates. So at the end of the day, you technically only own the inside of the house when it comes to a sectional title property. When we talk about freehold properties, you will be the full owner of the entire property as well as the land. So technically, you will be responsible for all the maintenance, all the repairs, and all the issues that comes with property. So when we look at the initial cost of a sectional title property, it's much more affordable and usually cheaper to buy, especially for beginners. With freehold property, it's a bit more expensive and it's harder to get entry into the market because these properties tend to be a bit more expensive. Then we have levies. With sectional title properties, you have levies, and this is a word that I just hate. And with freehold properties, you don't have levies at all. So already we have a bigger benefit with freehold properties as it stands. Maintenance is shared in a sectional title property, and most of the work is done by the body corporate. Of course, you still need to maintain your property on your own within your house, and certain things form part of a body corporate's expenses and certain things is going to form part of your own expenses. With freehold property, you will be responsible for all the maintenance and all the repairs on that property. Then we get to security. So typically complexes is more secure because you might have electric fence or security guards in some cases. But with freehold property, if you want security, you need to pay for it on your own and you'll have to get a private armed response company. But I mean, it's not too expensive. The next thing is control. We have limited control in a body corporate because there's something called body corporate rules. The word rules is not the best word because there's so many rules when it comes to a body corporate. With a freehold property on the other side, there's no rules. You can technically do whatever it is that you want to do. If we talk about tenant demand, you really do have a very good and high tenant demand for sectional title properties, especially for young professionals, students, and of course it depends on the area, but your tenant pool is going to be much larger because obviously renting out a sectional title is going to be more affordable, meaning more people will be able to afford to live in your property. But with a freehold property, you might not have such a big tenant pool because not everyone has the funds to rent an entire house on their own. And of course, it also depends on the specific area that this house is located in. Then we get to the resale value. And this is an interesting one because it can be different in both scenarios. With sectional title property, you can really get some good resale value if the body corporate maintains the complex well and everything is actually done correctly, and of course the property is located in a good area. With freehold properties, they tend to appreciate more because there's no body corporate involved, but you as the owner will need to be the one that stays on top of the maintenance and repairs. And again, it also just depends on the specific area. Before we go on, I have some very exciting news because I'll be launching a 25% discount on all my course and coaching programs. But the catch is there's limited spots, and I'm only going to run this promo until next Sunday. So if you want to learn how to invest in property and actually make money, you need to check out this course because it's A to Z on how to dominate the property market. With that said, let's continue. So now that we've looked at a side-by-side comparison, let's just quickly think about a practical example. If you had 1.2 million rand to buy a property today, would you buy a sectional title property or a freehold property? Let's have a look at a typical deal in 4 ways. You'll be able to buy a 2-bedroom flat for 1.1 million rand. You'll have 800 rand to pay in rates and taxes, plus 1,900 rand in levies. Your rental income for this property is probably going to be between 8,500 and 9,500 rand. If we have a look at a freehold property, we might have to buy an older house in Randburg, for example, for 1.2 million rand, and you won't have any levies, but you'll have rates and taxes of, let's say, 1,000 rand. And the property can be rented out for between 9,000 and 11,000 rand, for example. So on paper, both of these deals look quite similar. And this is, of course, if we look at single let strategies, but it's going to be different depending on what it is that you want to do. If it's going to be your investment property, you're going to look at things a bit different compared to when it's going to be your primary residence. Of course, the idea of living in your own home and being able to control everything on your own is going to be much more appealing compared to living in a sectional title property, right? You know, we don't like rules, we don't like all these regulations that we need to abide to, and that's where sectional title properties put off a lot of people. So I wanted to give you a quick pros and cons list of sectional title properties, and some of the pros are that it's easy to get into the market. You know, it's a high demand type of investment, but it's readily available to invest, and your entry cost is going to be much lower. It's much easier to manage because there's shared ownership and you don't have to worry about all the maintenance everywhere all the time. So it kind of helps if you have a body corporate that runs the complex correctly. I have had many claims that the body corporate has fixed, but with my freehold properties, I had to go out and fix these issues on my own, and it cost me money, whereas with body corporates, they pay for the repairs through the revenue of the levies. Another advantage is that sectional titles in South Africa really has a high demand. People want to live in secure areas. They want to live within access control or a property that's roamed by security guards so that they can feel safe and know that their family is protected. But sectional titles obviously has cons as well. And I think one of the biggest cons is levies. You pay levies to a body corporate and only hope that they manage the money correctly. And I'm almost 90% sure that majority of the complexes in South Africa is run poorly. I made a video about sectional title properties specifically, what you need to be aware of, and there's massive mistakes that people make. So if you want to learn more about sectional title properties, make sure to check out this video. It's going to help you out a lot. I promise you, go and watch that video. Another con is going to be the lack of control, and there's certain things that you can control in a complex and certain things you just can't, and you are basically depending on a group of people who's going to be called your trustees, who's supposed to manage the complex correctly, and most of the time they suck at what they do, and this can cause a lot of issues like lack of maintenance, levies going up, the complex struggling to retrieve levies from other owners, and that kind of snowballs and creates a pretty bad investment at the end of the day. If we get to freehold properties on the other side, the pros is you have full control. You can do whatever it is, what you want, whenever you want, without being, you know, capped on what you may and may not do. You can build on the earth, you can paint the outside of the building, you can change things inside. You have full control. But with full control comes a lot of responsibility, and we'll get to that in just a second. You also have the potential to appreciate your property so much more compared to in a sectional title property, because you can, like I said, build onto it and make improvements that can actually add value to the property at the end of the day. Again, another big advantage is there's no body corporate, so you don't have to worry about working with other people. Of course, there's obviously cons as well, and some of the biggest cons is that it has a much higher entry cost, and it's difficult to maintain if you only earn a certain amount of salary, because you need to build reserves, you need to make sure you stay on top of maintenance, and it can cost a lot of money. You know, the bigger the property is, the more maintenance it requires, and maintenance costs money. So the question is, which one is going to be the best for you? And I have bought both, and I'm going to continue to buy both, but I'm very specific on the sectional title properties that I do buy. If you want to live in this property and you want to make it your primary residence, my brain says buy a freehold property. You will have so much joy improving this property, adding value to it, maintaining it, and renovating it in such a way that will make sense for you. If you want to look at investments, freehold title properties can be just as powerful, and you can make a lot of money if you had to turn this property into a multi-let, for example. You don't have to worry about body corporate rules. You don't have to worry about regulations. You just need to make sure that you do things legally, and then you're good to go. Because you have more space, you have more opportunity. But sectional titles, on the other hand, is really easy to get started with, and that's exactly how I started. I couldn't just afford buying a property of 2 million rand straight out of the gate. I had to build up my reserves, build up my skills, and build up my income to a point where I can afford a freehold property. So if you are starting out, whether you want to live in the property or want to use it as an investment, it's so much easier to get started with sectional title properties. You just need to make sure you buy in the right complex. And what I mean with this is you need to understand how the body corporate is being run, how the financial statements look, what the levy situation is, and whether it makes sense to buy in this complex or not. Of course, you can use these properties as investments as well, but you need to make sure that the body corporate rules allows you to do so. And this is very important, because you can't buy a sectional title property, use it as a multi-let, and the body corporate says that it's not allowed. So just make sure you check that out.